Is there enough good options out there for quote unquote everybody? And when I say that, I'm thinking of the gentleman who has spent 20 years on, digging ditches, or so and so who is a cafeteria helper. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, is there the right person out there for that person?
I think I know so many great financial advisors, like people that I really like, that I would hire
Mm-hmm.
personally, and I know that they would do a good job by me and my family. But they're terrible marketers, and the problem is you're a terrible marketer. Nobody's ever going to know about you.
No, it's the best.
Like you're really good at your job. You're a 1 percentile person in the financial planning world, and you could help so many. Yet your ability to help people has been shrunken down and minimized so much because you are unwilling to do the things that you need to do to spread the good word in who you do it for. So I think we have the people to do the work. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to dispense that message to get it to the right people.
What are your thoughts on advisors who charge based on the AUM model versus the flat fee model?
I often tell people that we like the AUM model. There's no great way to pay financial advisors currently, I don't think, but I think it's the best bad option that exists. There is, of course, some conflicts of interest in the AUM model, like there is in any model, but I think it is the model that best aligns everybody to kind of pull in the same direction. The biggest conflict of interest comes from, okay, you're managing $2 million, but I really need to take $500,000 and buy a house. Well, that might be the right thing to do. Even that's the right recommendation by the financial advisor, but it always comes off a little bit weird if you tell someone not to use the money for that because it's a conflict of interest. So I think you just have to be comfortable that the person that you're working with, you trust, is going to make the best possible recommendations for you and your family, regardless of the fee model.
Do you think, I'd love your perspective on this because I have mine from, my marketing world and how I charge people and how I feel about the whole business. But like, obviously as a solopreneur or an entrepreneur with a small team, a small group, if you will, like the amount of assets that the business operate and run and bring in affect the person's bottom line, right? Me, for example. Do you think though, when you get to a certain level of income, like it just becomes easier for you to be like, it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter in the terms of if a client chooses you or not, or it doesn't matter like the fee model.
I think I remember early on when I started my business and getting into it, like if you have 1 or 2 clients, for me, right? 1 or 2 clients makes or breaks the whole thing. If you lose one, half of the thing's gone and your life is really disrupted. When you get 10, 12, 15 clients, losing 1, 2, or 3, it matters, but it doesn't change the way I'm going to go about my Tuesday.
Right. It's just normal, like laws of attraction stuff, right? You always attract more when you don't need the business, right? If someone isn't really that excited about working with you, like that, that's fine, right? I'm going to do what I'm going to do. This is my process. This is how we work with people. But ultimately what happens when you have that mentality, it attracts people to you.
Correct, which is ironic.
When you actually need the business, you try too hard and it repels people like, whoa, that guy seems really needy. I don't want to work with him. But there is something about like, hey, this is what we do. Take it or leave it. This is the process. We'd love to have you on board. Let us know. That attracts more people.
Yeah, what sparked my question or diving into that a little bit was you saying the conflict of interest. Like, right, obviously I'll be upfront, I've had many consulting clients that like our relationship needs to come to an end and I'll end that relationship because I'm charging them at a certain point for nothing because nothing's getting done. We're not having success or moving the needle. Others, I think it's very beneficial for us to connect and make sure that we can engage and I can encourage them to stay in the driver's seat and keep this thing going. But at a certain point, it's like, obviously it makes more sense for me to keep more people on. But if I can't help you and I feel like it's a waste of both of our time, at a certain point, it's like not worth it.
Yeah, you want to work with people that give you energy and you find working with them fulfilling. And when you're giving recommendations and they're not doing the work on their end, like whether it's in your seat as a marketing consultant or me as a financial planner, like you can get people 90% of the way there. You can't take them 100, right? There is 10% or whatever percentage of it that the person across from you has to do. And it does become, there's a point where it's like, you know what, if they're not willing to do the 10% or 20%, whatever it is, let's just agree that we can depart as friends. And then we will fill the seats on the boat with people who are passionate about heading in the right direction. And to your point, sometimes relationships just run their course, and the financial advisor or the marketing consultant that took you from point A to point B may not be the person who's going to take you from point B to point C.
Good. So we're to this part of the conversation. Are you okay with that as a, like, we talked about the fee model, we talked about the AUM model, we talked about clients maybe not meeting you where they need to on the motivation level. Are you okay letting people move on and go about their way?
Yeah, absolutely. If the work that we're doing is not inspiring them to improve their financial picture, to do things that are going to benefit themselves and their family, I 100% want them to find somebody, a team that can help them do that.
We've talked about this, you and I, in the past, and we can go anywhere you want at this point, but the amount of people taking their foot off the gas because of marketing fatigue and them feeling like their stuff's not getting seen or they're not hitting the numbers that they once did. I used to get 50 engagements. Now I get 6. So what the hell's the point? It's the same 6 people, 78 impressions. I'm out, and they're giving up and they're walking away. And
I think there are, get your thoughts on it. I think there are 3 times during the year. It's like the harvest for the financial advisor that does marketing, right? You plant seeds every day, but there's 3 times when the harvest is due. You got first of the year, you got, because that's New Year's resolution season. You have immediately following the filing and the payment of their taxes.
yeah.
That is the, oh my goodness, we need a financial planner. What are we doing?
Yeah.
How did we get here? How do we ensure it never happens again? And number 3, you have right now. This is harvest season, but you can't pick and choose when you're going to plant seeds. That's not how a harvest works. You have to plant all year long to be in a place where you get to benefit at harvest season.
Well, the irony of this is when I get hired, beginning of the year, April and September, I get new clients. Come on, give me what he's got. Give me what he's doing. He looks like he's having success. Give it to me. But then we start planting seeds after the harvest came. So you've got to wait and they can't wait.
That's why you got to be patient for the result, right? Like, you can't get it quick. You plant seed, water seed, insert sun, right? It takes time, I
want to give you one that's just straight up and like is going to hurt people's feelings, or not hurt. This will not hurt people's feelings. I want to reword that. I'm going to give you one that's straight up that may hurt some people in the realization of what I'm about to say. If you are a financial advisor or a boutique asset manager that believes you offer a good product and or service, and you've been in business for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus years, there is no question in my mind, had you been actively putting out good, consistent marketing from 20, 21, 22, 23, you would have a bigger business today than you do now. Zero question about that. And that same thing's continuing to happen, right? We're going to say the same thing in 2028, 29, and 30, that had you put out the consistent, good, high quality marketing in front of the audience that you want to do business with in 24, 25, 26, you would have a bigger business today than you do now. The problem is no one is willing to accept that 36 months of pain.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. Now, I'm curious because we haven't talked about this directly. I love your newsletter. It comes out Sunday night. I look forward to it all day on Sunday. Sunday night comes, I'm hitting refresh, boom, 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 boom. When's it going to drop? What kind of feedback have you gotten from financial advisors since you started doing the newsletter?
The coolest thing, which I'll share at some point on LinkedIn, I continue to mean to do it, and it just helps me drive my point for all of you out there, is the growth of it, right? Honestly, I'll give you the numbers. I'm adding 4 subscribers a month. Sounds like nothing, but that's over the course of 6 months. That's, I'm 24, 30 new subscribers. And that's a big deal, like, to me, because I look at it like you do, is I do this for 12, 24, 36, 48 months. My thing just continue, and those people don't go away. So the biggest success I've had is just the subscribers who are in the dark, they're in the shadows, And then I get a DM of like, hey, subscribe to your newsletter 2 months ago. Love it. Thanks. Awesome. Can we talk? I'm ready to get my marketing in order. I do get periodically, one or two people a month that'll drop me a DM or reply to an email that, hey, this was good. This hit home. I needed this. But more often than not, it's the ghosts that appear from the background that I didn't even know. And then I do a trail and they subscribed in June and then they shoot me a DM in late August. And then it's like the trigger goes off again of like, this is why we do this.
See, I hope financial advisors are picking up on this because it's the same journey that our clients take to find us, right? They've followed in the background. They've seen some of your YouTube videos. They've seen a few things on LinkedIn. They haven't commented, most likely. You don't even know that they're there. They might not even be a first connection, but all of a sudden they schedule an appointment when they're ready. So it's like due diligence. Okay, I'm ready. I'm good. I think your newsletter is a great framework for a financial advisor that if they don't know, they want to do something in marketing, they don't know where to start. Like that's a great format. 3 to 5 minute read, maybe 3 minutes.
I mean, I think the last one was 250 words. It was like 4 sentences.
Yeah, but I mean, I think for the average person who is in your tribe, I think that's perfect. I think that's a sweet spot. I think in advisors' minds, they try to make everything way too difficult. It's got to look like something BlackRock put out, right? I need to have pictures and maybe a moving image, maybe a couple of short videos, maybe a commercial. Right? The sections, yeah. When it doesn't have to be, I personally love the fact that yours doesn't look like a newsletter. It just looks like an email from a friend.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Anyone listening, guys, like honestly, I think the one thing that I think this podcast has done and that our relationship has done is like build a framework of like, whether you're in a marketing business capacity and you're watching this, or you're in a financial advisor capacity and you're watching this, or you're general public, but like of the two businesses that we represent, me marketing, you financial advisory, if you want to build a solo business or have a solo business, copy what I'm doing. Like literally just look at what I have, website, email, YouTube, the things I'm doing. And like I'm doing as much as I can as a solo with outsourcing. I do outsource to get some help, but I'm doing as much as I can and it's working. If you've got a team of 3, 4, 5, and you're looking to grow what you have and build what you have, guys, copy what Nic's doing. It's working. It's growing. It's providing results. Like it's proven. Like both of these systems work. Just copy them.
Yeah, and don't overthink it, right? Just start, right? And if you think about, those quadrants that we talked about earlier, even if you are in that bottom left, there's a very simple framework that could push you towards the middle. And the middle, I think, is where a lot of success and differentiation and a way to get your voice out can really happen. Any predictions from you as you think about the stuff that you're seeing on all the different mediums today? If we were to fast forward 12 months from now, what will you have said? Like, man, I wish I would have gone harder at that. I wish I would have really dug in deeper on this.
I think about it all the time for myself. I just don't have the time to do it. Most of it is what I'm doing for you, like in KMP. I mean, I obviously like the newsletter format I have, so I would urge people to kind of just get more digestible because the world's getting louder and faster. It's not slowing down. It never will. Like, especially with AI coming, like you could have emails summarized for you. Like soon you're going to open your email and it's just going to be like, there's nothing important in here for you. Technically speaking, to give people tangible advice, I'm really into the short videos thing. And I've said this a few episodes ago. I even get long with them when I'm editing and doing it on my own of like a minute 12, minute 15, 51 seconds. Like even those are too long.
You can go up to 2 minutes, right?
I know, but even that's too much.
Yeah. It's like 20 seconds. It's like 20 seconds or less, right?
Yeah, you're like, give me that 13 to 26 seconds. And people are down with that.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about this though, Nic. Like, barbell, right? Also give them the 27-minute conversation because they want more, they're ready for more meat on the bone.
Yeah.
So stuff more short videos that are short, more long videos that dive into the details, more digestible, quick thumb scrolling content. I don't have time to read all your fucking text.
Yeah.
Stop writing books in LinkedIn and social media.
I think one of the biggest benefits of shorts is it gives people a little insight into like your tone of voice, your cadence, your personality, your persona. And I think that opens the gateway to like, you know what? I think I would like to meet with them. I think I would feel comfortable talking to them.